Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Welcome to the Cheeky Sport Podcast. Football Fickers in quarantine. Quarantine. You and myself, Big J.
CheekySport Ak.
Premier League, right?
Premier League,
baby. We're still here. So listen. Go on, introduce yourself, mate.
Introduce yourself. We got no stranger to the show, bro. Don't be acting like you're brand new around here.
No, so I've changed my. I rebranded at the start of the season. I'm Tottenham Tobes now instead of Tottenham Tobes.
Why is that gonna? Is that the good luck? That's the good luck one.
So first things first. Let's get into welcome back, Akeem. Obviously,
yeah, man. I've been away for 4 weeks. Yeah, Tobes, you might not have known. I've been in hospital still. I've been in hospital. Yeah, man. I've been out of it for the last 3 weeks still.
Was it Runner?
No. I had 2 operations still.
They realized he had so much delusion. They had to
had to operate out of it.
2 times they had to operate on him.
Yeah, it's been mad. I've been in hospital all.
He was mad ill, guys. So everyone in the comments show some love to Akeem because he's been through it.
I'm back.
He's back. More delusional than ever.
For some reason, we don't have any Chris. Or we wanted to get Chris. You know what's so funny? I want to apologize to you guys because we do the show on a Tuesday. Chris couldn't make Tuesday, but we said, you know what? We want to corn Chris so much, we'll move it to Wednesday. And then you know what he said? Do you know what he ended up saying? I'm missing the whole week. No, guys,
I'm missing the whole week.
I'm missing the whole week.
He just can't handle his.
Hey, do you know what I've just clocked? Hey, do you know what I've just clocked? Hey, Jermaine's definitely trying to show off that new iPhone still.
Yeah.
I heard it.
I'm holding it like this. Man's holding it like this.
All the man them, who are always on me about everything. If Jack ain't talking about it's man's getting lipo or man's PS5, man ain't got no murky internet, man ain't got none of this, none of that. Yo, just leave me be, bro.
Who got you that phone? Was it Storms? Was it part of his EE contract? I'm not doing this unless Jermaine gets one.
Let me leave my hand here now. Man's gonna be sitting like this for the whole podcast. But anyway, Toby, how are you? First before man gets into the show.
I'm good, man. I'm in good spirits. It's a good period. So I'm happy.
Head's looking shiny.
I'm looking like one Pierluigi Collina and that.
This is the new me now. Like lockdown told me I don't need to pay for haircuts anymore. Just cut off the hair. So, it's the new me.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
So obviously we just like you guys saw in the thumbnail, we're gonna talk about probably one of the saddest news of today. Footballing legend
of the year.
Yeah, it's been a very crazy year. Footballing legend, man. Diego Maradona dies of a heart attack at the age of 60. This year, lost a lot of legends this year.
Yeah, lost Kobe.
Diego Maradona. Probably, do you know what it is as well with Maradona? Yeah, it's so mad because when I actually thought of the memories, I wasn't thinking of any footballing things. I was thinking about like his moments off the pitch, is it like on the pitch? Because he had such a big personality.
He did.
That it's like, obviously, I didn't grow up in that era watching. Like, I'm not gonna
that's what I'm a bit excited. I didn't get to watch him play.
But he's so big. He's such an icon that it's like when your parents told you about him, or he came on the screen, or he was in. You're like, rah, this guy's a madman. Like,
boss,
crazy. Like, he's Maradona, and then you actually get when you do your football history. You're like, whoa.
Well, it's funny because it's during lockdown. I think it was on ITV. They did a whole documentary about Maradona where they repurposed it. So me and my housemates, we all watched it. It was like 3 hours long. It was quite long.
How long ago was that?
Wow.
That was a while ago. This was I can't remember when they dropped it, but it was during lockdown, the first lockdown. They dropped it on ITV, I think.
They'll probably put it out again then.
Yeah, they'll do it again. But it was like I knew a lot about Maradona beforehand, but obviously it sort of focused a lot more on like what happened at Napoli, like, you know, the pressure that he had at Napoli. He was literally the man of the city, like the man.
Bro, do you know what it is, yeah?
And for Argentina as well.
And for Argentina as well, yeah.
Bro, that whole period, the Napoli period of Maradona, like, I don't think the youths understand. I hope they understand. I think they know who Maradona is, but
I'll explain it to them. Yeah, because what he did, he went from. I think he was at Barcelona. He went
at Barcelona before the injury. Yeah,
it was like, for example, somebody going to Aston Villa and winning the league for them by himself. That's what it was like. Napoli, like, were not what they are nowadays. Back then, they were not at all. Very obviously, one club city, very passionate city, emotional city, but they weren't that great.
Poor, remember, very
economically poor. Yeah, one of the like
one of the poorest areas in that.
Exactly.
Used to laugh at them. They used to call them like the toilet club.
Yeah, like, exactly.
They were very much that lower, like you lot.
Yeah. And he went there, like he was at Barcelona at the at the height, one of the best clubs in the world, and went to Napoli, and he was there for like a long time. I think it was like numerous years, a large proportion of his career.
Was that most of his
career at Napoli, and he won. Didn't he win he won the Europa League for them? I think
Europa League for them as well. Yeah,
they won the Scudetto, which is like a crazy achievement. Yeah. Did they win it? They did win it, didn't they?
They did win it.
So they won it once. Yeah.
So I mean, not only did he do that, but for his national team winning the World Cup, was it once or twice?
He won it once.
But even still, like he was there in finals, semi-final, everything. Like he was like.
I love the fact you mentioned the word pressure, because he was doing so much. He was doing so much at Napoli. As soon as it reached World Cup time, everyone's on him. Like, all right.
But wasn't it like?
Can you do this again for your country?
There was a madness though, because I think it was Italian '90 where they played Italy. And
tell them the story.
Italy, and obviously, I think they played it in Naples as well. And they were Napoli fans supporting Argentina instead of their own
country.
Yeah. There were people saying, "I'm supporting Argentina." Imagine
because of Maradona,
just because of him. Yeah, but
I know. I'll be real. Like obviously, like all of you have said, it was before our time, innit?
Yeah.
I've never seen a player. I've never seen a player where the ball has stuck to their feet like Maradona. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember when we were all kids and we had them balls with them strings attached. Yeah. It just comes back in it, bro.
Yeah,
that's like the way he plays, innit? It's like I can't understand how someone has a dribbling ability that good. And obviously, up until Messi, they'll obviously people saw Messi at the time as like the second coming in that regard, like how good he was with the ball control. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel. I don't want this whole Maradona situation, obviously, him passing today, to then become a thing where all of a sudden Messi's being a topic of discussion because of it. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like let the man rest. That's the whole point of the term "rest in peace," innit? Let the guy rest.
Exactly.
He was a great player. He was a great player in his own regard, innit? Exactly. And to be honest with you, besides that sort of style of football, he's a completely different person to Messi. He's completely opposite in every type of way. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Chris was here. He's switching on the team right now.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
If Chris was here. He's switching on the team right now because he'd be like, "Who brought Messi, mate?"
Yeah.
No. People, not us four. I'm talking about social media now. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying Messi is now the topic of discussion because obviously Maradona has just passed in it, and that's what I'm just saying.
But and one thing I got to say though is like, I mean, even when I put it in one of my close friends' group chat, every single one of them replied saying, "Oh, my dad instantly reacted saying like, like the dad would say he was the greatest player I ever saw play. Like even when my dad was about, he was saying he was the greatest player he ever saw. Like he had that impact on that generation that it was unquestionable he was the guy. Like there was nobody that could come near him, come close to him, or eclipse him in any way, shape, or form. Because obviously people talk about Pele, people talk about Maradona, people talk about Ronaldo, Messi, all these players, but I think instead of trying to rank people and say, "Oh, he's better," he was there. He was one of the goats, the goats,
the goat, bro.
And it's
in Argentina.
Go on, sorry, go on.
Say in Argentina they have like a religion for Maradona. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's the god of football, basically. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
also,
but you know what? That's what
isn't he the last one to win them a World Cup as well?
Yeah, he is.
He's the last one to win them a World Cup. So,
but you know what? That's what Jack just said. That's what unfortunately happens in it when someone passes. You instantly start ranking. People start ranking them, and all of a sudden, like, and sometimes you just got to be, he's among the GOATs, innit? I know the same thing happened when Kobe passed. Like, people were like, do you know what I'm saying? Kobe's not even top 10 of all time anyway. Like, it was just like, all of a sudden, like,
nonsense conversations.
You know what I'm saying? You've just got to make a conversation where you got to start ranking them.
But yeah, I think also on top of that, I think it's quite sad to see obviously how his life transpired after he left playing football, because obviously he had his issues off the pitch, which are quite well documented, and it's quite
exactly sad. And I think one of the main things, Jack, is when they get more into like Maradona's story, is that there was so much more to the story than just him being a party boy. Like, there was so much people who had a vested interest in him.
Have you not watched the film?
They had the mafia that were on him, that were best friends with him. They wanted to stay close to him. They knew about his star power.
They had the mafia in Naples as well were very close to him, and I think that had an effect on him, because it helped him, but it was also a downfall for him as well. Say again?
I didn't know about all that mafia stuff with
I've still not watched it, to be honest. I've not watched it.
Yeah. When you watch it, it just gives you it gives you more of a 360 view of who Maradona was.
And I would genuinely advise anyone that's watching this to actually go and watch it, because it's a good educational piece of film. And
watching that tonight. Where is it on ITV?
I don't know if it's still on there. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
I'm sure you can find it on somewhere though.
But I would definitely advise watching it, because I ended up learning a lot more than I knew about.
Is it on Prime? Yeah, is it Prime?
I don't know.
You just have to look for it. But you have to look.
All I know is I saw it on ITV during lockdown. That's when I saw it.
Yeah. I'll check on Prime, because Prime are quite good at these like sports documentaries. They have like a good range of sports docs. So I'm definitely gonna watch that tonight, man. Has to be done.
Yeah, so R.I.P. Diego Maradona, obviously a legend,
a real legend, man.
Many generations, never gonna be forgotten when it comes to football. Never gonna be forgotten when it comes to being a footballing personality. And just being somebody who done their thing, club and country. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolute GOAT level, man. If you guys get the chance, make sure you guys check it out.
Rest in peace.
All right, then. So obviously we've had a mad weekend of football, European football as well this week. Got a lot going on. Bruv, it was such like a mad weekend. And before we get into the biggest game of the weekend, so that I can actually, Toby, how's that lasagna coming on, mate?
Mate, I'm telling you, I got 5. I'm watching it now. 5 minutes left, and I'm gonna turn it on.
Rose wants to make sure he doesn't get it wrong on the time that he was.
Because you know what it is, yeah. It's like I say to myself, all right, cool. I want to corn Arsenal right now, but then I thought I want Toby to be here so we can corn Arsenal, innit?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I didn't know whether to get into the biggest game of the weekend. Because I thought, no, we can't really talk about that yet either, because I need Toby to kind of give me his analysis on that. So let's just talk about.
I got 7. I got 7 minutes.
Sorry, don't go well together.
Let me do a favor. Let me do a favor for Tobes and save him 7 minutes. Yeah, the Tottenham versus Man City game was simple. Harry Kane was streetwise, but the game was won because of a Jose Mourinho masterclass, which I told Toby from day one that he's the man.
Arsenal first.
Toby, I want my apology. Toby, I want my apology, mate. I want my apology.
I'm not apologizing. It's true. I was going to get you for that as well. I was going to get Toby for that. We'll get on to that.
All right.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Let's talk about us, baby. Let's talk about us. Hey. It's happened again.
It's happened again.
But they somehow got a point. That's the maddest thing about it.
Yeah, bro. Like they look like the promoted side. Like, how can you let Leeds, hit you for 20? What was it? 24 shots?
24 shots.
Crazy. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing. This is really embarrassing.
They were powerless. And that's the thing. They were powerless to stop Leeds playing. And that's the scary thing about it. Leeds have just been promoted. We know they play good styles of football, but they're coming off the back of a a 4-1. I think a 4-1 loss to Crystal Palace, a 4-1 loss at home to Leicester. You saw Wolves go there, sit up deep, defend, and beat them 1-0. So everyone knows you can get at Leeds' defense. If you try,
100%.
If you beat their press, you can get at their defense. But this Arsenal,
unless they're Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, what went wrong for Arsenal? What went wrong, in your opinion?
I think his line was a bit dodgy. His formation wasn't too bad because I feel like he wanted to go attacking, put Auber in the middle, 2 wingers, and like a number 10 per se. But their number 10.
But wait.
Who's their number 10? Who's their number 10?
The number 10. He offered them nothing. Willock.
Who was it though? Tell him who it was. Tell him who it was.
Terrible.
Joe Willock.
Joe Willock. Honestly.
Shout out to Joe Willock, but sorry, it's not for you today. It's Sambaraz. You wouldn't even get into that.
He offered them nothing. And then the midfielders as well. They were busy. Ceballos and Xhaka, they were busy defensively, but like in terms of progressing the ball, they would just lose the ball every time. The ball would come into the midfield and the ball would be lost, and instantly Leeds are attacking their back line. Like there was just no linkage between the midfield and the attack for Arsenal. That's why anytime Pepe got the ball as well,
mad though. It's weird though because Ceballos thought he could shave his head off and be David Silva, but clearly not. Because
I like Ceballos, but
he's very average in my opinion.
I like Ceballos as well. I think Ceballos is decent as well. Like.
I think he is decent, but I can hear where Jack is coming from as well. Because like at times I watch him and I'm like, "Rah, like you're actually good." And then at times I watch him, he's passing to sideboards and stuff, and I'm like,
bro.
Can I ask you guys? Can I ask you guys if you believe the new story about what happened at the training bus stop? Though, do you think it happened?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know about that.
It definitely happened.
Yeah, I'm talking about the training bus stop 3 days before. You know, between David Luiz and Ceballos.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Ceballos didn't he? He had a bust up with Eddie Nketiah the other day as well.
Yeah, he did.
Man, isn't it? He's a bust up guy. That's what he does, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. He's got a reputation for that as well. He's got like a fiery personality. So he has been known to sort of like be that sort of danger sort of wild card type player before he.
If you actually just said, Danny, relax yourself, but if I slap your ball in, I'll slap you. It's just how he does his thing, innit? I honestly didn't see that as a big deal. I think what everybody was more so talking about was the fact that during international break, Pepe obviously came out and said he feels like he deserves more game time.
He's right. He does.
And then...
does he?
He does.
He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it.
I think that was his only sort of like second. That was like what his second start this season. Like,
and he ruined it.
I get what you're saying.
Ruined it. Yeah,
ruined it.
But like, you can't tell me he doesn't deserve it when Willian is playing week in week out, stinking up the joint.
But William's got his stripes though. He's got his stripes from Chelsea.
Willian is dead. Willian is dead.
He's still got his stripes though, man.
I can't believe Willian's dead.
What's his stripes for? He's done nothing.
The opening game in the second week, he looked
he bashed up Fulham. Of course, he bashed up the bums at the bottom of the table. Yeah.
He bashed up
the bums at the bottom of the table. That's
United. That's it. Don't take man for Sheffield United.
Wait, where's Fulham now? Where's Fulham in the table?
18.
Second.
18.
18th.
1 point off top. 1 point off relegation. 1 point. Just so you know. 1 point.
How can you be 1 point of relegation and get 18th? Wait.
They're in the relegation.
I think you need to go back to hospital.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. You're 18th. You're 18th. How many teams go down?
1 point of safety. We're 1 point of safety.
You said 1 point
of relegation.
I did say relegation. That was my bad. I should go. But yeah.
No, sorry.
Back to Arsenal. But this is sorry.
Second half comes around early into the second half. Bro gets a red card. Yeah.
He's an idiot for that.
Donut. Like I don't know what he's doing.
So to get the red card, for example, what happens in games? They managed to get a point, whatever. Yeah, maybe would have won it if they had 11 men. Whatever.
I don't think they would have won it with 11 men, but
me neither. Leeds definitely played a better game. Let's go to this press conference where Arteta. very casually, by the way. It didn't feel like it was very much a statement, but he was just basically, he said in passing, you know, that he's happy with the attitude of the team, and he feels that if Pepe didn't let the team down today, then maybe they would have won the game and created more momentum and won the game. Right?
Yeah,
and a lot of people kind of came out as used it as a time to, you know, the Arteta out brigade kind of used it as he's already throwing players under the bus.
They're right though.
He's a joke. He's inexperienced.
I think the problem was. I think the problem with it was the fact that he made it. If Arsenal were playing good before Pepe got sent off, then he could, and it would justify. But I feel, and don't get me wrong, I don't think Arteta meant to do this, but I feel the way he said it was almost as if, if Pepe didn't let the side down, then we would have won we would have had a chance to win the game.
But he can come out and have a go at him, in my opinion. Because when you're doing
no, but Jack, if Mourinho had done that, you wouldn't have said that. You wouldn't be saying
no, why wouldn't I? I think you're confusing me for other people because
but Akeem, there's Arteta coming out and condemning the red card. Me personally, there's nothing wrong with that because ultimately,
I agree.
Whether they're playing good or bad, you've needlessly got yourself sent off, and you've taken away a better chance of your team winning the match. So fair enough.
That's true.
But the problem with Arteta is, one, he went in too hard on Pepe, as if Pepe doesn't get sent off, they win the game, which wasn't true. And two, he don't keep the same energy with other players. David Luiz stupidly got sent off against Man City. Did he come out and hang David Luiz to dry in the press? Willian to Dubai the other day broke lockdown rules. Did he hang Willian out to the press? The problem with Arteta is his man management is inconsistent. Some players get preferential treatment, while other players, like your Pepes, are getting hung out to dry in the press, are getting minimal starts, even though other players are playing significantly worse. That's the issue with Arteta.
Yeah, but Toby, I think there's a lot of favoritism at Arsenal. I think that's clear. But I do think Pepe. I don't think Pepe deserves more football than he's played, in my opinion. I feel if he did deserve more football, it's only because the other players on the pitch are even worse. It's not because he deserves it.
But that's the point, though. That's the point I'm trying to make. He can make something happen more so than Willian right now. He can make something happen more so than Nelson right now. And these players are playing worse than him, and yet he's not playing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sticking up for Pepe. I think he's been poor, and he needs to improve. But the manager also needs to meet him halfway as well. He needs to improve, but the manager needs to give him the opportunity to improve.
I'll be honest. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'll be really frustrated at the moment because I'll still be frustrated because no one in the club has been clear with me with the Ozil situation still to this day. That will just piss me off.
I need to get my lasagna. I'm coming back in a bit.
That's what I disagree with that. Arteta has come out clearly and said he's not picking him for thingy reasons, footballing reasons. So at the end of the day,
that's nonsense, though.
That's why I think a lot more people. I think that's what I think. Even Chris was saying the same thing. Chris was like, at the end of the day, he didn't rate. He said, "You all right? No, sorry. Let me. I don't like lying." Akeem, you said Arteta is a waste man for that, and Chris said it's due to his lack of experience as the main manager. Yeah, because you didn't rate the fact that he was taking the blame for something and saying it was for footballing reasons, innit? And the fans are upset because they're saying, "Raw, you should be playing Mesut Ozil. You're playing Willock in the hole." Got Joe Willock there struggling to create when you got one of the best creators. Not like saying Mesut one of the best creators right now, but he could be. He's on 350k a week. He could be creating some heat for you lot right now. You've also got Mr. Sanderting up top, who's not banging, who needs needs to be served. He's not banging right now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he's not banging. So there's a lot of revolving things right now in Arsenal. And the reason why we have to talk about it on this show, guys, is because we work with Madman Chris, who always, when things are going right and the sun is shining, thinks Arsenal are going, they're sliding up that rainbow. No, bro.
But that's why I always, bro, this is why I always say this, and this is why I get onto Arsenal fans, is because it's the levels of delusion, like, and it's the idiocy that comes around, like, constantly saying, as soon as anything positive happens at your club, suddenly you're back in the conversation for Champions League and winning the league. Like Chris was out here saying we're going to challenge for the league this year based on winning, an FA Cup and a plate.
Yeah,
so
that's
for me, it's not even banter. That's facts. Like, facts. For me, great. They did great to win the FA Cup. Don't get it twisted. But the plate they won was a friendly, and they won it on pens. Okay, so for me, this is the issue. Like they don't let things ride out, and they don't play cautious and think, okay, this is good, but we need to see consistency with this. They just get gas and go,
If anyone watched Arsenal at the start of the season, even when they were on form, even when they were on form at the end of last season, you could still see something wasn't quite right in their team. Like if you were just not deluded, you'd see. And it's the same with Man United. Even when Man United looked good, bro. Even that game yesterday, bro, I'm not any more excited. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we still look massively open. We still look massively open. If that was a better side, we would have conceded 3 or 4 yesterday, bro.
Facts.
Like, don't get gassed with wins, bro. Like, don't get gassed. That's all 100%. I'm saying.
But just on that note, I do feel like the fans need to give Arteta more time.
Of course they do.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Stop.
I don't want to hear this Twitter out because you lot were crying saying he was the next, Pep. He's the man that's going to change everything. You can't change that after 9 games.
100%.
You can't say, "Oh, it's done."
After 9 games, ridiculous.
That's another problem.
I'll be real.
He's trying to do something.
I'll be real. The problem, I think the problem at the moment, is he's got a lot of problems in his personnel in his team, like from top to bottom. Do you know? I feel the decision to keep their transfer decisions, like, okay, Martinez had to go. The back line, that people like David Luiz, Ceballos, across the whole team. Lacazette doesn't seem like he's very, very happy. We all know the history of Xhaka, Ceballos, Pepe as well. I feel there's so many players in that team that Guendouzi had to go. There's so many players in that team that just seems angry. They don't seem like they're at peace with Arsenal at the moment. Complete opposite to a team like Tottenham, where all the players seem happy to some extent. And I feel like I'm not surprised they're having training bust-ups. They don't seem like they probably all like each other at the moment. And Arteta is such a new manager. I don't know if he can deal with all these problems, as well as an Ozil who's training with the first team that knows he is better than everyone else in that team. And all the players know that is the best player on the team. Because let's not get it twisted.
I don't think it is anymore. This
is like a football manager.
Toby, man.
Hold on, Jermaine. Let's be real, bro. Yeah, football manager things. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, if everyone knows, if I'm a player in that team, I am losing my morale. I'm more annoyed playing for Arsenal if you're not playing our best player. If I'm Aubameyang and I'm not getting service, and we've got the best assister in the world, arguably at his best, on the bench, I think you are an idiot, Arsenal. I don't respect you. I'm annoyed because I'm shooting my goals. How can you not be? How can you be happy with that?
You know what? On the Arsenal squad harmony thing, I do actually think that a lot of their players do get on with each other. I think the issue is more a case of Arteta sort of maybe falling out with, or maybe treating players differently. So we've spoken about the preferential treatment, and then on Mesut Ozil as well. I think he's basically made a rod through his own back, because let's be real, Mesut Ozil is we shouldn't be talking about Mesut Ozil as arguably the best playmaker in the world, because he played under Arteta early on. He played under Arteta and he
hardly Toby.
No, Jermaine, one second. So he played number of games. He weren't good enough. Yeah, he's not good. Ozil is no longer good enough to beat Arsenal's their creativity problems. But the issue is he's way better than Willock. He's way better than anyone they can put in that position. So for that reason,
sorry.
Yeah, but for that reason, you have to put him in the team. But what I'm saying is Ozil is not the answer. But
no, we agree with that. No, we definitely agree with that.
Overrating the answer, but leaving him out is not going to make the situation
It's just
better.
ridiculous. He's not playing. It's just ridiculous. That
I agree. He should be at
leave
least
it to the fans.
And by the way, let's remember the problem at Arsenal at the moment is they can't score goals. That's the problem. It's not like they've got a leaky defense and they're banging in 3 or 4 goals a week.
Yeah,
their problem is
their star signing's injured. Saka's injured last week.
Oh, come on. All these excuses. We're blaming bro. Saka's a young boy. How can we?
I hear you, but he's a big part of that team now. Do you know what I mean? We'll see anyway. Arsenal fans.
He is a big part of that team.
No, he is. But bro, they're putting their whole faith in a young boy, in a young.
I've got to do more as well. I do want to say this though before we move on. R.I.P. I forgot his name. You know,
Heavy D.
He's Heavy D. I forgot his name, but
it's Colin. I believe.
Colin. Yeah, it's definitely Colin.
Yeah. I think 48 years old. I think he was.
Yeah, 48. Man.
49. Younger than that. 43. I believe.
Is it 43? Okay.
Well, I think some say 43, some say 48. But either way, anyone who's met him obviously knows he had incredible energy in it. Like, and it's 100%. Obviously it's a shame. It's a sad story to hear that he's passed away.
Especially for fans as well, especially people within our industry as well. Well-known fans. He's been on Celebrity Big Brother and all of these sort of things. Like, he's done a lot of stuff. So man, big him up every single time.
Yeah, that's another thing to remember is, you know, you just got to make sure that you don't go too harsh on people and don't go too mad on people in terms of
because you don't know what they're going through. 100%.
You don't know what they're going through, and I mean, I don't know what's happened with Heavy D, but it's another reminder that remember, you know, these guys might say something outlandish or stupid that you might disagree with, but you think your comment to them saying X, Y, and Z is you're the only person in the world saying it, but there's thousands of people doing it to the same person, and I think, you know, that can 100% take a toll on somebody. So, you know, rest in peace to Heavy D.
I'll be real, and it's even sickening even today with him passing away. People still making jokes. To be honest with you,
still making jokes. This is like
people still making jokes about
what's the life? What's the life? Like, really and truly, if you're doing these tweets with your name behind it and a picture of your face, you wouldn't be doing it. So you're a waste man. You're a waste man if you're doing it. You're a waste man. Yeah, you're a shit.
But let's move on to I don't want to talk about the Liverpool Leicester game. Like the game that I was looking forward to most this weekend. Jose versus Pep. Spurs versus City.
Before we start, I just wanted to show Akeem a photo of my lasagna because I ran out of cheese.
All right, go on.
One sec. As you can see,
what website did you get it off? What website did you get it off?
Yeah, BBC Good Food. Yeah,
Good food. You get it off BBC Good Food.
Okay, yeah, BBC Good Food, mate. I'm a chef.
He's a hater.
These arms aren't just for pushing weight; they're for cooking as well. Trust me.
Hey, you're putting yourself in the market, yeah?
Mate, trophies, how are they, mate?
Yep. The cheek of you to tell me about.
Hey, Tobes, to be fair, they got more trophies than you.
Yeah, championship trophies. Yeah, means nothing to me.
Yeah, that's so funny. Let's talk about it. 2-0 to the Spurs.
Big result.
Oh, wait, Akeem. So, Toby, when are you gonna apologize to the man then for telling me?
You don't have to write out. You can do a verbal thing. No need to write.
How many times was you on CheekySport talking about he's a dinosaur? He ain't got anymore. He's not gonna take them. I'm confident he's not gonna be able to do anything.
Is that Toby Jackson?
Look at the recruitment, brother. Look at the recruitment. Look how he's got him. You care too much about sexy football. Care about winning.
No,
football.
but it's not. But Jermaine, it wasn't about sexy football. And for starters, I will apologize to you lot for telling you lot that I'm right, you're wrong. So I will apologize in that because he's doing a really good job this season. I can't knock him. Bar probably the first 1.5 games, he's been good. So I'm not gonna come here and bash him. But me personally,
that's what I needed.
Yeah. But me personally, I need more than what I've seen so far. I bet
you hated that performance, innit? You hated that.
I didn't hate the performance. I didn't hate the performance. I saw you might make it out as if I want Barcelona football. I don't want Barcelona football. You know what I want? You know what? I want sustainable football. Sustainable means, can it get me results week in, week out, week in, week out? It's not to say that you have to play like that every week, but against Man City, of course, I don't care about it. I don't care if you play like that. The result is the result. That's what I care.
To be fair though, you're still playing quite exciting football despite
results
like that.
Exactly. There you go.
When you compare it to Man United and Arsenal and that, you are playing very good football. To be fair,
yeah, like Man United game, Southampton game, even the West Ham game, first half.
This is what I'm saying. On the whole, we're the second top scorers in the league, and we've conceded the least goals. How can I complain about him? He's doing and he's playing the right plays. He's doing.
Hey, Toby can't believe it. He said,
"Bro, Toby, who do you want to do a shout out to in terms of your team on who's really performing at elite level? Obviously, besides the obvious Harry Kane, like, because when Højbjerg did come into your team, I did say like he was going to be one of the signings of the season. But what's your opinion on who's been playing well? Like, because I know man like Sergio Aurier and stuff had a lot of stick over the years.
And then Ndombele as well.
Yeah. Who do you think been really outshining the team? Like,
yeah, so I think obviously put aside the obvious two. I think Højbjerg has been superb. I think with him, I knew he was the signing we needed, but he wasn't the signing that I wanted per se, because I would have preferred. I liked his defensive contribution, and I know we needed that, but I would have preferred someone a bit better on the ball. But what he's shown me since he's come to Spurs is he can actually pass a football. When we need to get things going, he can get things going with passing. He can find people on his left foot or right foot as well. So I would say after the obvious two, he's been our best player. I think in Ndombele, I think he's been very good, but that's how good he is. He's not even playing at his best.
He's not even at full potential yet.
Exactly. A lot of people are looking at it now saying he's looking really good because of how poor he was last year in certain matches, but he's been really good this season. Sergio Aurier, unsung hero, he's come into the team. He's not put a foot wrong this season. I think the competition's helped him. And another player who I really want to shout out as well, because I'm loud when I give him criticism, so I have to give him praise. Eric Dyer, he's been superb for us this season. Yeah. He's actually been superb. Like, he's barely put a foot wrong. He's played all but one match this season for us in the league, and he's been solid, man. He's been absolutely solid.
I think. Did you? Yeah. Sorry, Toby. Did you get the chance to watch the All or Nothing Spurs documentary?
I watched it. You know what? I watched it. I liked it, but I felt that it was a bit too much Jose Mourinho propaganda. It was way too much.
We definitely knew what they were doing, but do you believe in it in terms of like the way he likes to get into a player's head and how long that might take? Might take for players to, sometimes he needs the players to, you know what I mean, get up to speed.
Feed it for a while.
You know, I remember earlier on in the season, I was giving an example about what Lamela done to Martial in our fixture.
Yeah.
About, you know what I mean, being a see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you know, something that we saw being drilled in that show so much, something that we know Jose's been about from when he was telling defenders to block the keeper during corners and all that sort of stuff, like the dark arts of Jose Mourinho. And it was like to see that in the documentary and then to see you guys apply it on the pitch. Like, you guys have become very, very ruthless in nature. Like, and it's I'm not gonna lie, when I'm looking at the race right now, especially because you beat City, everybody's saying City's very much struggling. Haven't been the same. They said that they're going through a rebuild, which is why I don't really want to get into that actually. But we're looking at what because you know it's gonna sound like man's dissing Pep and then it becomes a whole other thing.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at the race, obviously you're hearing three names right now. You're hearing Spurs, you're hearing Liverpool, and you're hearing Chelsea. It's very early. I'm just saying what we're hearing, and I'm not saying this is what I necessarily believe.
Yeah,
I think they're going to win the league. I think you'll win the league. I'm being deadly serious, and I've said this from the beginning.
Of course, Jose does the big horse, little horse. Give us years. We need time to develop. Like, are you hopeful? Do you feel like is it very stupid to have these conversations as a Spurs fan, or do you know other Spurs fans you've spoken to who are looking, going, you know what, this could be our opportunity?
Mate,
considering Liverpool's injuries and City's rebuild.
Yeah, I've got Spurs chats and there's one in particular, we're always talking about it every day. And from day one, since that transfer window closed, they've been saying we're gonna win the league, we're gonna win the league, we're gonna win. Is it? They've been saying that, but me personally, I'm not buying into the hype yet. City was a big scalp. City was a big result. Man United away was a big result, but we got another tough sort of 5 or 6 games coming up where we literally play the best that the league has to offer us. So
and this is why I think you lot will start to shine. I genuinely do think that, and I think it's mad to think because you started off the season so badly in terms of how you played against Everton. Yeah. And it makes me think that, since then...
Jack, I remember after the second game, people were questioning if Mourinho should go already.
Yeah,
me. No,
I'm not even just talking about you. I'm talking about the media as well. The media was saying he's finished. But I'll be honest. You know what helps? You know what helps as well sometimes. Yeah, is when you're actually in that Europa League as well, because those games is almost like a bounce. It helps you get back on form very quickly as well, which also helps, I think, because you were slumping after those first 2 games, but I think you had a few cup games. I think the League Cup you scraped through, and then the UEFA Cup, you had the Europa League the following week, and that helps bring momentum fast. When you're not in those competitions, you don't get the momentum as quick.
It keeps players happy because it means that everyone's playing.
I think one of your games you
about not playing, and that's the good thing. And I think as a starting 11, Tottenham are levels now. No one can really say anything about that.
You know the funny thing about it is that a man like Gareth Bale doesn't even play.
Why is he getting fit? He's getting fit. That's the thing is our attack. The thing is, once he is fully up to speed, he's just gonna add that sort of. He's gonna sprinkle that stardust on an already functional attack.
And you've got mad strength in depth as well when you actually think about it.
We do. And the thing is, I've said it. If there was ever a season for an outsider to win the league, it would be this season. Because
it would be this one, yeah.
It would, but for me,
2016.
But for me, I'm not like. For me, I can't confidently say right now Spurs are going to win the league. I can't say that. I can't say that right now, Spurs are going to challenge for the league. The thing is, for me, I need to see more because I feel like the league normally takes shape after Christmas. Like if you're in it, maybe by like end of January start of February, you're in a title race. You are in a title race. For me now, I'm not really going to take too much notice of what I'm seeing now. This run we've got coming up is going to tell me a lot about this team. But generally, as far as the title is concerned, I want to see where we are in a few months' time, not just knee jerk because we beat Man City. I want to see more. But
I'll be real. Though. The way you lot are playing, I feel at the very least, even if you don't win the title, I can see you winning one of the 3 other cups.
Yeah. I said at the start of the season, I said for me, my expectation third. I said at the start of the season, I said third spot and a League Cup minimum. That's what I expect from us this season. With the way we bolstered our team, with the strength and depth, and with the players that we can keep fit, I think we can get a cup this year for sure.
We'll see, man.
But you see, Harry Kane, honourable shout out to him because he looks like the complete player at the moment. There's no one can rival him. The only striker that's better than him in the world right now is Lewandowski, maybe Haaland, but even still, I think.
But
you know what I mean, like, in terms of form.
Yeah,
but what Kane offers to the game is mental. Like it's actually insane what he offers on a football pitch.
Yeah. And by the way, that Mourinho tactic is a stroke of genius. Still, he knows full well that wherever Kane runs, the defenders are going to flock to him. And it just makes the space for Son to run into.
Bro, we've been talking about this tactic all season.
The funny thing is, it's really good that Mourinho spotted it as well, and he's utilizing it as well. But Pochettino did. I'm not trying to do a tit for tat, but Pochettino did this 2 seasons ago. I remember there was one game we played specifically, Cardiff. We won that 3-0. And the Cardiff defender even came out and said it after the game. I can't remember his name. The big black defender from Cardiff. He even
So
Bamba, yeah. So he even came out and said it as well. He said the one thing that you have to notice with Harry Kane this season, the way he sets up on the Pochettino, is he doesn't stay in the box. So he comes deep to get the ball, and when he comes deep to get the ball, it makes you think you have to go out and get
the last line of attack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you drop off him, he can find passes and get shots off at goal. If you go press him, you leave space at the back. So
but I think, can I just say one thing? It's the way he finds the passes are too hard.
It's too hard.
The passing is, you know, to me in the game of football, passing's like the buffest thing. Like when you see a hard ping or a hard pass, you're like, ooh, like.
I've got to just say
it gets you started. It gets me. Oh, I like that pass.
He's class, and the thing is with him is a lot of people are seeing it this season because he's getting the assists, saying, "Oh, Harry Kane has reinvented his game." No, he hasn't reinvented. No. He's been doing this for years, and we've been telling you he's been doing it for years. It's just now you're just seeing him deliberately come deep for it. But as far as passing other people into play, he's been doing this for years. I've been saying for probably 4 or 5 years now, this guy is one of the most complete strikers on the planet. Like,
but you know what I've got to say? Even stepping away from Kane, though, yeah. Listen, yeah, and I know he's an obvious mention, but Son scores always the important goal to start with, bro. Yeah. So many times I watch Tottenham, bro. Son's goals is always that first goal when you're under the cosh,
sweating and you need it. Yeah.
Where's he gone?
Oh, you've disappeared.
Where's he gone?
Your audio's done.
Bro's giving his whole point is silent. You know?
Audio, bro.
Audio. No, that's true.
Hey, it's good. I wanted to move on from Spurs.
Yeah, no, 100% Akeem. No, definitely Akeem. I agree.
Sorry, we've been running up for time. Is there any other fixtures? I actually want to wrap up. It's 46 minutes. Is there any other fixtures that we've got to talk about?
Liverpool, Leicester, and
Leicester. Let's talk Liverpool, Leicester.
All right, I'll say one thing before we start on that. Yeah, they proved a lot of people wrong because with all the injuries, everyone was saying they're gonna lose. This is gonna happen to them. They came out and
there was hella jokes of like, Ronaldo in the middle, like.
But they came out and said, "This is our league. This is our title." And you think you can come here and take it? You must be mad,
bro. They won easy. They won easily, but I think obviously Jota slotting into that team is been incredible, and Klopp has shown. Klopp has shown that his system can work with play. It doesn't matter if they've got 5 of their 11.
You've got the right players,
bro. He just needs to put them into the system and for the system to work. And Klopp, I can't see them having many problems.
Yeah, but wait, can I just say one thing though? Like, what I rate is when I look at a player. You know, when you look at a player up and down, you're like, "What? You for real?" Jota, bro. I did not know that was a leg man. I'm looking at you like, "What?" Jota?
Bro, you know what? Shout out to Minamino though, because he still can't get in a team, even when there's a million injuries. He still can't get in a team. So big up to Minamino.
To be fair, it's because they were playing Leicester in it, so there was no way he was gonna start that game.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about
him, man, they sold him a dream
about Liverpool is they always find, and the thing is when we all saw that they were in for Jota, you said, yeah, this is a good signing. It makes sense because that's what Liverpool do. They
buy. He was gonna score that much goals. I mean,
and that's what they do. They buy these players who are good, but they have their issues. Like I remember when Sadio Mane, his big issue before he went to Liverpool was very good player, could turn it on at a moment's notice, but he was inconsistent in spells. And then he goes to Liverpool, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 consistency. And now you're looking at Jota now, again, good player, versatile, scored goals for Wolves, but inconsistent. There were games where he could go missing, score maybe 7-8 league goals a season. Now you look at him, once he's just surrounded himself with
always getting fouled, all the time.
You're seeing the evolution, and you just have to credit their scouting because they know the type of players that they need for their system, and they always get it bang on, always.
And also we got to commend the fact they got a clean sheet.
Yeah, against Leicester.
Yeah,
bro,
top 4, top 2 scorers in the league.
Exactly, that's not easy, man. Matip and Fabinho, that's not easy, bro.
Fabinho,
that was the main thing.
Fabinho as well. He is like undisputed. He is world class. Put him right back. Put him defensive midfield.
Centre back. Put him
back.
DM.
Unreal.
Bro,
Unreal. He's unreal.
Still, I can't lie. Yeah, man. Liverpool. You're right. Actually, you're right, Jack. I actually forgot about the memes. I actually did forget. Everybody was making
do you still think they're favourites to win the title?
Definitely.
No, I think
Definitely.
they're the teams, isn't it? Like
definitely,
No,
man. I still think City will come back into it, but for me right now, City, Liverpool, I think the only thing that's going to derail Liverpool, we haven't seen how the injuries can fully impact them. But now,
yeah, but Toby, I think you got to remember, because a lot of people, again, I still think to Tottenham and Chelsea, it is a little bit even been disrespectful saying where people have said. I remember Robertson even done an interview the other day, on Saturday or Sunday, saying about how the interviewer was asking, is it a 2-horse race? And I think we need to remember, as it stands, I think City is 10 points off the top. Bro, they're a long way, they're a long way away. So
they can pull their way back into it.
I know they can, but let's not forget that I think Chelsea, if Chelsea beat you next week,
Chelsea are looking good. I can't lie.
They are looking good, but they haven't really played any. They ain't played any side that I would be worried about.
They ain't played no top 6 sides. Basically,
in fact, sorry, they played Liverpool. I'm saying when they played the best side, Chelsea. They lost to Liverpool. They couldn't score a goal against Man United. Couldn't score a goal against Sevilla. I know they set up defensively against Sevilla and Man United. I get that, but to not put any pressure on that Man United defense, to me, I'm not really feeling it. So, Chelsea are looking good. I'm not going to dispute that, but for me, same way I can't really see us as title challengers right now. I can't see them as title challengers right now as well. I need to see more. I need to see more from this team.
What's your opinion on Arsenal and Man United making it back?
What, to the top 4, or in general,
or a bit more title?
No chance. Impossible.
Akeem, man, be quiet, man. This is Akeem. You know it's so Akeem's back because he asked them stupid questions. What do you think about Arsenal and United?
Impossible.
Get out of here, bro.
Listen,
we got to go, man. I got to go, and Jack's got to go see his sister as well. We got to wrap up. I got to upload this.
Yeah, aye, Tobes, enjoy your lasagna, mate.
I will. And don't ever doubt my.
I don't know how you're gonna enjoy it when it's from the computer. Still, you're gonna have to be eating
Also, shout out to Fulham. 3 penalties in a row we've missed. So
terrible penalties.
Oh, you know what's so funny? If we had the live chat, Bear Mode would have called Fulham right now, but it's all right.
Hey, wait, quick one. Wait, hold on, quick one. Hey, Tobes, what's your opinion of Fulham so far this season?
They're crap.
They're better than we thought they were. I think they're better than I thought they would be. Still, the last couple of games,
we've improved. You have to say we've improved, though.
You have improved. You're still not good. Look at the goal you conceded, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that first goal.
Defensively, we are a shambles. Yeah. But going forward, we've got good players. Like Lookman's a good player, Anguissa's a good player. Loftus-Cheek.
Jack, I wouldn't say these players are good, but I get what you mean. Like they're coming to the team. And they're playing. No, how can you say Lookman is a good player? He's a decent player. Anguissa, he's a decent player, but they're playing what I get you. They're functioning well. And Loftus-Cheek, he came into the team the other day and he sprinkled that stardust on your team. So you have something going forward, but I just
give it time.
We are staying.
They'll stay up.
Ahead of who? You're not better than
Hey, Sheffield United and Burnley
are terrible.
And West Brom.
Okay, I said Burnley. I said Burnley.
Burnley ain't gonna find momentum. Fulham are gonna find momentum before Burnley do.
No. Fulham have got more goals than Burnley, I think, but they ain't got a better defense. And a defense is
not a better defense, but I think Burnley it's their year to go down.
I think Burnley's this day.
You've had your fun.
Who's the other 2 clubs going on, Jack? Who's the other 2 clubs, quickly?
West Brom, 100%, are a lot worse than us. West Brom are terrible. So West Brom, Sheffield United, and I think
Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United, like, bro, they are poor.
Going, man.
They can't score. I think they are going down.
One season, everybody's saying Sheffield United. Wow, what a year!
What a year!
It's sad, bro.
Bro,
The second
overlapping centre backs, they run out after a while, bro. It runs out after a while. You can't be playing overlapping centre backs. Overlapping centre back, you must be mental.
Nah, man. Rate Chris Wilder. He's a really good coach.
Big up Chris Wilder, but you're going straight down, geez. I'm sorry.
Right, listen, make sure you guys leave a comment. Make sure you guys like the video first and foremost. Make sure you guys follow all of our socials. It's all there. Make sure you follow, tap in Tottenham Tobes. All right. Big up Chris every single time. Big up Joel. You've been here with myself, Big J.
CheekySport Ak.
Premier League, Jake. Premier League.
Tottenham Tobes.
Hey, and we're out, man. Peace and love, everybody, man. In a bit.
Lads, I gotta go in it.